Hello everyone, welcome to Rasayan Academy. And guys, today's topic of discussion is number of peaks on the NMR spectroscopy. So guys, this is a continuation video, and before this we have already made the videos on delta scale and the diamagnetic anisotropy, so that you get an idea of how the different protons are going to get different values on the delta scale, right? Yes. Now in this session, in this video, we are going to discuss that how are we going to understand that what are the different number of peaks for different, different protons, or let's say different carbons, right? You are going in the CSIR exam or in the GATE exam, or let's say in any exam which is related to this, the TIFR and BARC and so on. So there are a lot of questions which are asked from the proton NMR spectroscopy and similarly from the 13C NMR spectroscopy. And this type of questions are common. They are very common, and the logic is the same. It is going through the same logic, right? Yes, so we are going to find the number of peak for various systems, right? Let's begin. Alright, so before moving onwards, let me quickly tell you about myself. My name is Jagriti Sharma, and guys, I am an educator on the Unacademy Plus platform. So in the link of in the description box below, you are going to get the link of my profile. If you want, you can visit it. Also, I am providing a lot of free live classes every month. Okay, free live classes to all the students. Everyone can access these live classes, and a variety of topics from the organic as well as inorganic as well as physical, right? So yes, you can definitely visit my profile, and yes, you can follow me over there to get the regular updates. Also in the description below, I have given the link to my Telegram channel, in which we are basically doing a lot of discussion over there, and it goes by the name Jagriti S. Yes, and it is also the same code. It is also my referral code for subscribing on Unacademy Plus. This usually gives you a 10% discount. Alright guys, chalo, let's begin our discussion. Okay, so in this video we are starting with the first molecule over here. And this is a very simple molecule. This is propane that we are having. So guys, let's consider one thing, that if I ask you what are the number of peaks of all of these molecules in the proton NMR spectroscopy as well as the 13C NMR spectroscopy, how are you going to find it? Okay, so let's consider the propane for first. Right. So how many different types of proton? First of all, we are going to see how many magnetically distinct, okay, how many magnetically distinct protons or C13 carbons are present in the molecule, and definitely as many distinct protons, as many number of peaks. Okay, so let's look over here for the propane. So guys, you can even if you try to open up this structure, even if you try to open up the structure of propane, you will be, I'm just writing it roughly, okay, because you will be able to say very nicely that propane is going to have a sigma plane which is passing through the carbon, right? It is definitely going to have a sigma plane. Both of these protons are same, as well as both of the methyl groups are same. So if these two methyl groups are same, let's say I'm writing A, which means these are going to give only one signal, one singlet for 6 protons, one singlet for 6 protons over here, okay, in the proton NMR value. Another value is going to be for these two protons, and since both of them are similar, I'm going to get another singlet for the two protons over here. So guys, in this video I'm not talking about the splitting. We are going to talk about the splitting in the next video, so that is why I'm writing singlet, or let's say, let me just write one peak. Okay, yes, over here we are just talking about the basically the number of peak. The splitting we are going to consider in the next videos. Okay, yes, don't worry about that. Okay, yes, so two signals in the proton NMR value. Now how many signal for carbons? How many signal for carbon? So we are having two magnetically distinct carbon. These are both carbon number A, and this is carbon number B. Okay, so again two signals in the C13 spectro scopy as well. So let me just erase all of this. So 2 signals in the proton NMR and 2 signals in the C13 NMR as well. Okay, very well. Let's now look at the second molecule. How many magnetically different protons are present? So if I open up this molecule and write it like this, right, CH2 CH3 it is. Okay, so I can see that these two methyl protons are going to be the same. You can call it a sigma plane over here. Okay, and these two protons are going to be the same. However, this is a different proton. So let's just write A and A over here. Both of these are going to be the same. However, the CH2, these two protons are different from these. So let's just write A, B, C and D. So we are having 4 different signals for the proton. How many for the carbon? The carbons are also going to be the same, guys. These two carbons are going to be the same. Let's just write A over here. Then this is second carbon over here. Alright, let's write B, C and D. So again 4 signals in the 13 carbon spectrum. Right, let's move on to the third example. Here also we are going to have 1, 2, 3. Now all of these methyl protons are going to be rendered the same. Why? Because let's say this is CH2 CH3, and if I draw it like this is one of my methyl, one of the other methyl is above the plane and the other methyl is below the plane. So because there is no restriction to rotation, all of these methyl would be the same. So let's just write methyl A. These are the type A methyls, type B methylene, type C. So how many signals for the protons? See, if all of these methyls are same, the proton would be the same. So we are having 1, 2 and 3. We are going to have 3 signals, not 5, only 3 signals for the proton. Now how many for the carbon? So again guys, if we are able to see, all of these would be the same. Over here all of these protons would be the same. So yes, right. Okay, since there is free rotation, so whenever there is free rotation, the carbons would be the same. So A, B and C, 3 signals for the carbon as well, right? Let's now move on to another option over here. Now for this type of an alkene, this is a completely symmetrical alkene, and we are able to see that there are 2 sigma planes bisecting the molecule. So this proton is going to be equivalent to this as well as to this. Okay, so only one signal for the proton NMR, as well as these two carbons are similar, so only one signal for the C13 NMR as well. Very good. So now if we are talking about this type of an alkene system, so we are not able to find any sigma plane, no sigma plane other than the molecular plane, but the molecular plane is not going to render the atoms similar, right? So what we can say that we are going to have 1, 2, 3 and 4. We are going to have 4 different types of protons. Similarly, we are going to have 1, 2 and 3 signals. Chalo, we write 4 signals for the proton, and there is going to be 3 separate signals for the C13 carbon. Right, let's move on to this molecule. It is going to be how many? Let's quickly find the sigma plane. There is a sigma plane bisecting the molecule. The methyl protons are, all of the methyl proton are same, because see, if it is a bond like this, it can definitely undergo rotation. Right, yes, it can definitely undergo rotation from over here. So all of these protons are same, right? So we are going to have 1 proton, 2 proton, 3 proton and the 4th one. Okay, yes, so 4 signals for the protons. How many signals for carbon? Let's see. 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon and 4 carbon. So 4 different carbons, as just a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon. So we are going to get 5 different signals for C13 carbon spectrum, and only 4 different types of protons in the NMR spectrum, right? Yes, very well. Let's now look at all of these examples as well. So let's say we are having a methyl group on the top. ये हो गया, this is a 1,2 dimethyl, this is our cis 1,2 dimethyl. cyclopropane. Yes, so as we can see guys, we are having a sigma bond over here as well. Both of these methyls are rendered the same, so the protons would also be the same. These protons are also the same, and we have one proton above, the other proton is below. Now you must be thinking that ma'am, these two protons are also containing the sigma plane, but no, they are not the same. Okay, these are not the same. Why? Because the top proton is facing the methyl groups. It is in close proximity to the methyl group. However, this proton is in the close proximity of the hydrogens, right? So we are going to have how many different signals? We are going to have, let me write, it is going to be for the protons, it is going to be, let's say, A, 1 over here, B over here, it's going to be C and D. So we are going to have 4 signals for the protons, right? And if we are talking about the carbons, let's say we are talking about the carbons again, methyls are same. So one carbon over here, this is going to be same as this carbon. So 1, 2 and the third one. So only 3 signals for the 13C NMR. Right, so I hope that you will do it by yourself as well. There are protons over here everywhere. So 4 signals for the proton and 3 signals for the 13 carbon NMR. Right, what about this molecule? What about this molecule? There is no sigma plane over here. Since there is no sigma plane, we are not going to bisect the molecule into half, but we see that there is a C2 axis. The molecule can be rotated like this. There is a C2 axis, molecule can be rotated 180 degrees, and both of the methyl again are rendered the same by the C2 axis, as well as these protons are the same. However, over here guys, in the previous question, in the previous example, both of these protons were different. However, over here both of these protons would be the same because they are, let's say this is H star. Okay, so if I have just rotated the molecule, and brought this methyl on the top and this methyl below like this, then I am going to see that the H star that I have given after rotation goes below the plane, which means that both of the proton after rotation are going to be the same. So how many signals for the protons over here? One for this proton, which will be similar for this, the other for this methyl proton, same for this one, and both of these hydrogens would be the same. So we are only getting 3 signals for the proton NMR spectrum. Similarly for the C13 NMR, we are going to get 1 for this methyl, 2 for this methylene, another 1 for this methyl, and third one for this. So again 3 signals for the C13 NMR as well. Okay, very well. Let's now talk about the last molecule. That guys, do you see that there is a sigma plane which is, it is also rendering these 2 carbon as the same, and also the other sigma plane is perpendicular to it, which is basically containing these 3 carbon atoms, and it is also going to render these 2 methyl protons as the same. Okay, so one signal for the methyl protons, the other signal is for the methylene protons. Okay, so only 2 signals we are getting in the proton NMR spectrum. What about the C13? How many different types of carbon? For carbon, if you want to see, it is one carbon over here, the other carbon is over here, and this is the other carbon, right? So total 3 signals we are going to get for the this molecule over here. This is our 1,1 dimethyl and cyclopropane. Okay, so different cyclopropanes I have discussed. Hope you understand and you will try it by yourself as well. Now this is a previous year question from December 2013 CSI and NET exam. So the question is asking an organic compound having the molecular formula C10H14 exhibited 2 singlets in the proton NMR spectrum and 3 signals in the C13 NMR spectrum. So we have to be careful. Only 2 singlets over here and 3 signals over here. So let's check out all of these. Options, that how many signals they are going to give in the proton NMR spectrum, right? Yes, so dekho, we see a sigma plane over here and we see a sigma plane over here. So how many number of carbons are there? The carbons are going to be one methyl carbon, another carbon over here, and another carbon over here. Yes, so we see that these two carbons would be the same, these two carbons would be the same, these two carbon would be the same. So only 3 carbons are repeating. We are getting 3 signals for the C13. Okay, let me just remove everything. So 3 signals for this is confirmed. Let us now also check that are we going to have 2 signals for proton? Exactly guys, we are having 2 signals for protons. How? Because the methyl groups are going to be the same. All of these methyl groups are going to be the same, right? And the only different proton that we are having is this proton, which would be similar to this proton because of the sigma plane. So answer is option number A itself. We are having 2 proton signals and 3 C13 carbon signals. Okay, yes. Now let's check for option number B also. We have done already, ticked on answer A is correct. For this molecule over here, we are able to see that there is only one sigma plane, right? So this methyl is over here and this methyl would be the same. Matlab, let's just name it A and let's name this B. Now the third methyl is going to be different. Let's name it C, and these two protons are going to be different. So how many proton signals are there? Right, 1 for this, 2 for this, 3 and 4. 4 signals, right? 1, 2, 3 and 4 for proton. For C13 there are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 signals for the C13 also. Yes, let us count again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, I guess guys, because yes, it's going to be invert on that side. No, we are having 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbons और बाकी 3 methyl है. Yes, it's going to be 6 plus 1 7, right? Okay, now also about the third one. Yes, the third one we see only a 1 sigma plane over here. So how many proton NMR signals are there? Yes, CH3, CH3, CH3 over here. The top is also CH3 and these are 2 protons. So different protons, if we are talking about, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. 3 different types of protons we are having over here. Yes, alright. But if we are talking about the C13 signal, C13 carbon signals, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, the 4th methyl, the 5th methyl, right? So 5 signals for the C13 carbons. Okay, let's talk about option number D. So guys, as you see that there is no sigma plane, we cannot put a sigma plane over here because the methyl group should point downwards, but here it is different, it should be here. But we can say that we are having a C2 axis. We are having a C2 axis which is passing through this molecule, and if we do the 180-degree rotation, both of these ethyl groups that we have, these are ethyl group, right? So these are going to be the same. So we can say that this ethyl group is going to be the same as this one. This carbon is going to be same as the equally opposite carbon, and this carbon is going to be same as the equally opposite carbon. Why? Because we are doing the 180-degree rotation, no? So if we rotate this carbon after 180-degree rotation, it's going to end up over here. So the carbons which are on a distance of 180 degree are going to be same, right? So let's just name them A and let's name this one B. Okay, so how many protons do we get? How many protons are we going to get? Similarly, we are going to get how many protons? We are getting 1, 2, 3 and 4. We are getting 4 types of protons. Okay, check again. The A proton, the B proton and the CH2 proton and CH3 proton. 4 different types of proton. If we are talking about C13, then we are going to have again A carbon, B carbon, this carbon over here, third one, fourth and fifth. So we are getting 5 signals for the C13 carbon. So guys, I hope that I have answered this question and you have understood also very well. And if this was too fast for you, then try to do everything by yourself and try to correlate. Okay, right? So the question was only asking for 2 and 3 signals, right? So it was only present in option number A. Rest everyone else is having a different set of signals. Okay, so I hope that you are all clear on this concept, that how to find the number of peak for a proton NMR value, proton NMR spectrum, or for a C13 NMR spectrum. All of you would be able to attempt more questions on this. And guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and more videos are going to come up by Rasayan Academy, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, right? I would be very happy, and this motivates me a lot. And please keep on sharing the content with your friends. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And guys, yes, also follow me on Unacademy so that you are able to access a lot of free live classes, a lot of free live sessions we are conducting over there. And yes, everything is there in the description below. Also check out the description of this video, right? And thank you so much. I'll see you again with the next video. Thank you so much, guys.